The way he talk, the way Myron talk, the way all the men who copies him a little bit talk.
Coolly, yeah.
You don't see a correlation between all of them.
Yeah,
they all do the same type of strategy. The
strategy.
video are very cut.
Yeah.
Like
so that they're always
gap.
like yelling
No
non-stop.
gap,
like they're so confident in what they're saying.
Exactly. The editing helped them as well to look like, to appear confident and know what they are talking about.
It doesn't look like there's any pause for thought.
Yes. You think so? If you're watching that, and at a million of people are watching that without being users of YouTube.
Yeah.
They are watch. I mean, there are people who watch. They don't use it professionally.
Yeah, of course.
So they don't understand. I would say more than half of what's happening when they're watching the video.
That's exactly
so they just
right.
receive the information and see a guy who talk, who doesn't even think, who just said a thing like that. It's just coming from his mind and things. So he's so confident, you know. For some men who are lost, for some men who don't know, for example, where they are in life when they are 20, when they try to find yourself, and they listen to those guys, they're like, wow, I want to look like that. I want to look confident like that, you know?
Yeah, because all women say they want confident men.
Yes.
And so I think it's difficult to grow up as a confident boy in this society. And so, of course, these people who are out here seemingly so confident and so opinionated, of course, they're going to attract these young boys who think, okay, look at this guy, so confident. He's so rich. He has so many girls. And, you know, for example, Cooley, he's always, you know, proving a point. What happened there? Oh, my goodness.
Shit.
Oh, there was a motorcycle accident. That's really sad.
Yeah.
So like Cooley, for example, he always has a bunch of women on his panel, and he's the entire time, in a sense, interrogating them and then shutting them down, interrupting them, making them sound stupid, to the point where even if these women had valid points, they get so I guess they get really
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed and
that is stupidity, but
no, but they get overwhelmed and then they shut down, so they start to agree with him.
Because the type of woman that those people are casting, I don't say that they are not smart, because smart is not, I mean,
it's relative.
It's relative. But they are not the type of woman who will be able to have a debate on those subjects.
I don't think they're confident women. That's the thing.
They're not confident.
Yeah.
They are insecure.
Yeah.
And also, they don't even think that way, you know, because it's not everyone who also can have debate about those things, you know. Think about something else than yourself, your individual self. Because when you talk about those things, you don't only talk about yourself. You don't, because when I talk about those things sometimes, and I have a debate, if someone talk to me and I talk about a general thing, a general subject, and you all, because you don't have argument, you're gonna tell me, oh, but I know someone who did that yesterday, so that means
that everybody do that.
Yeah. So, you know, so then the conversation is stopped, you know, because it doesn't mean anything anyway.
Right.
One person on billion of humans, it doesn't, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You know
it's
that,
you know, just because one person, you know, validates your opinion doesn't mean that everybody thinks that way or behaves that way.
And even if you know thousands of people, that's not the crazy part. Even if you see a million of
that's exactly
it's not everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So not everyone have these things. So when you put those girls there and you have a guy who say a bunch of nonsense. The first, before I start to talk about this, I want to say something as well. Those people, Andrew Tate, influencer, all those guys, say they have something in correlation as well. When they talk about women, they talk about the cause, the consequences, but not the cause of the problem.
Yeah.
You know, and because the viewers doesn't make research on history or whatever, then they look like they are right on what they are saying.
Yeah.
For example, thing that I hear a lot from Myron, and I think Kule as well, you just take it as well. 70% of women initiate marriage.
Initiate divorce.
Initiate divorce.
Yeah.
And they're like, so that means that, you see, it's the fault
It's
of
the
the
fault
woman.
of the women. If the
You see?
woman stayed,
If the woman stay,
yeah.
And if a woman leave a marriage and left the child, then she's a bad woman. You see, if I say that like that, then you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, that's true. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But-
Because you're gonna know people in that circumstance.
Exactly.
You could be in that circumstance.
Exactly.
And then you start to relate to it. But it's also like these snippets of information also alter how we think.
Yeah.
And that's psychologically proven. And that's why they say these outlandish things.
Yes.
Because it makes it seem like it's coming from a place of research and education.
But
they're not telling you the full story.
exactly, and this is the full story about this. To give you an example,
Yeah.
When he said this about 70% of women initiate divorce,
Mm-hmm.
it's because you need to watch that before in the Western world, because those guys are in US,
Yeah.
in the Western world, women couldn't go out of a marriage like that, even if they get beaten. And it was even in 1960s. You know, it wasn't that far away.
I mean, they wanted to.
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't.
Because
So,
they
for
didn't
example,
have money.
They didn't
They
have
couldn't
money.
work.
Okay,
Mhm.
they were looking for home during years and years and years. So you have nothing. You don't know what to do in terms of professional skills.
Yeah.
So you have to stay there, otherwise you're alone. And at the same time, when you leave, the guy gonna tell you take the kids.
Yeah, and
So-
also society outcasts you.
And on top of it, society look like you are a piece of,
right.
because you don't have your husband.
That's exactly
So
right.
now that women have power, more power than before, now, if the man doesn't deserve her, she's gonna leave and do
Yeah.
her life. And
Yeah.
that's why, and also, why men doesn't initiate the divorce more than women, it's because women do way more things than men in the house.
Yeah.
That's as well why. When they try to tell you the contrary.
Yeah.
So, if your bigger asset is there, you better go to cheat and come back to sleep home
Right.
and stay there. But if you are the bigger asset, why are you gonna cheat and come back?
Yeah, exactly.
Just gonna find a man and leave you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's it. So you see, when I tell you that, then it's different. It's very different than just tell you, oh, you see, they are bad women, huh? Because they initiate. So that's what I wanted to say about those. That's what I wanted to say about that. They use these tactics a lot, and I think they all take the same courses about this as well, about psychology, some things. The same way you take business courses, I think they all take courses as well to change and to become someone on social media.